Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an eye look with the brand new Huda Beauty palette. It is the Empowered palette. This is such a beautiful palette that she released. I am literally obsessed. Even the way it feels is really nice. It's substantial, but the colors in here are just gorgeous. So of course I knew as soon as I got it, I had to create a look for you guys. And I decided to do kind of a remix on a cut crease because it doesn't really connect with like a smoky wing. I don't know. I just kind of went with the flow and then ended up creating this look, which I really like. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep watching. So I'm thinking a purple cut crease because that's just how I'm feeling. So we are going to actually start off by highlighting the brow bones. I'm going to go in with my favorite MAC Whisper of Guilt. And this is just like the perfect brow bone highlight. I'm just taking a small brush to just highlight that. Okay, so we're going to start kind of establishing the shape. So I'm going to start with this shade right here, actually. This is my first time using the palette, and I'm so excited. It's the shade Get It. Okay, yes. That's what I like to hear. So we're just kind of winging it out a little bit. So it's not meant to be so perfect and precise, just because we're gonna clean up the crease anyway. So it's really okay. But anyway, we're still just trying to get an idea of the angle of the cut crease. So that's why when I'm doing this step, it's pretty important in just kind of mapping out, just to give you an idea. But what I love is that these are super pigmented. This almost has a blur effect on the eyelids. Okay, so guys, one thing that I will mention is that my skin is really dry right now because I've just been sick this past week and kind of took a toll on my skin as well. As you guys know, how being sick can really affect like how dry, like you can be dehydrated. And I've been trying to stay hydrated, but I could still see that dryness in my skin, and my eczema on my eyes is acting up just a little bit. We're not going to summon the eczema, okay? We don't want it. Okay, so we have that going. So I'm using the MAC 226 brush. This is just you could grab any angled brush, really. And we're just going to start penciling that out first. And again, it doesn't have to be super precise because you're going to clean it up anyway. But from that line, use it as a guide. We're going to blend upwards into that orangey transition shade that we applied at first. And I'm just taking that up. You could take it as far down as you would like as well. So yeah, I like when it goes kind of up and out. Ooh, it's already looking good. Okay, so let's do it on this side as well. Yes, it slays. So if you find that you took it a little too low, like this one might be a little low, that's okay. We're gonna clean it up after anyway. So do not fret. We're just working on kind of thickening this line just a bit. And you can see it's kind of blending right into the orange. Just exactly what we want. These shades are very easy to blend and very easy to work with. Slide. So I like to kind of thicken this area a little bit to enhance that cut crease. Ever so slightly, but it makes all the difference to the shape of that cut crease. So I'm just going to dip again. These shades are incredibly pigmented. I'm so impressed by them, but I'm also not surprised because Huda always has really incredibly pigmented things. So it's not a first. It's not her first, and it's definitely not her last. Okay. So I'm just grabbing that brush that we used earlier, and I'm just going to use it to kind of marry the two colors. I haven't picked up another shade yet, just whatever is left over on the brush. And I'm not really going to blend hard. I want to see the harshness of the purple for this look. So I'm just going to blend a little bit, but I'm not going to go in to try and diffuse that line or anything like that. I want to see the difference. Just going to grab a little bit of whatever is left over on my brush, really. There should be some concealer. And I'm just taking that to just clean up. Yeah. So that's leftover concealer. I don't want to clean it up in a thick way or anything like that. I don't really feel the need, especially because of my eczema. I'm not trying to layer a ton of product on here right now. So keep that in mind. You can go in with a full good amount, but for me, all I'm doing is this because of the eczema factor. So now that we have this, I'm really liking it, but I'm also kind of wanting the same exact vibe in a kind of smoked out wing. So I'm picking up the exact same shade, the shade Get It, and I'm just kind of dragging it outwards. Like so. Envisioning a really pretty smoked out, kind of exactly what we did up top, but right on the lash line. We're grabbing the shade Confident yet again. And just mapping that out right underneath. I'm gonna hold my eye closed because we're just actually gonna pretend that we're using it as a liner, basically. And we kind of just want to blend them, but I don't want them to connect. I want them to connect kind of with your eye, but not actually. So our eyes are going to finish that line because they're naturally going in that direction, and that's exactly what I want. Wow. Look at how beautiful that looks. Same thing on this side. Not connecting it, but just right as if it was going to connect. That's your eye completing the connection. And let's make this a little bit thicker. I was gonna do a wing, but I don't really feel like this look needs a wing. I love how it's looking without it. Wow. So pretty. Kind of just like looks like a nude. I'm hoping it's kind of like a nudie, orangey kind of vibe. I'm just popping that all over. Again, I mentioned that my lids are really dry, so bear with me. I would put a little bit more and it would look a little bit smoother if my eczema wasn't present. Unfortunately, it is here to stay. Okay, I'm gonna finish my face and then I'm gonna come right back. Okay guys, I am back. I finished off the look. I put a little bit of inner corner highlight and then I just took a little bit of liner in here to create a nice beautiful point. I have a feeling you guys might ask about my lip combo, so I'm gonna just mention it here because I'm obsessed. So I used the Makeup Forever Limitless Brown liner, which is like a deep brown, as you can see. And then I used the Dior Rouge Dior in the shade Sensual. And when I tell you that this shade is, in fact, quite sensual, it is stunning. It is so freaking pretty. Like, hello? Anyway, Dior did that, okay? Dior did that. I'm obsessed. But can we just talk about the look for a second, the eye look, because I'm obsessed with how it turned out. I think it is so pretty. I think anyone can do this, okay? I know you guys might be like, what? How can anyone do this? But yes, anyone can do this. It's so much easier than it looks. You saw how quickly I did it. And I know that I'm a professional artist, but still, by following those steps, I really feel like you could get the hang of it. So if you end up recreating it on Insta or anything like that, please tag me because I would love to see your recreations. And I'm gonna go ahead and link my most recent video right here for you guys to check out. And please don't forget to like and subscribe because I post every single Sunday, and I will see you guys next week.